Yep, there we go. That's Buster. We're in Cap Haitian. Yes, we are. We are definitely here. Yep, there's the mountains. Flew in yesterday. Much worse conditions. I don't know. 4-mile visibility. Bunch of smog. Picked up the runway late. All good. And so, nice little RNAV approach into runway 5. You see the windsock still going. But anyway, look at these homes out here. Not bad for a default. That's very interesting. Default for Microsoft Flight Sim here in Cap Haitian. But anyway, we are on our way. A little VFR flight plan today over to Montecristi. And so let me just pull up a sectional really quick. Hopefully you guys can see that. So you can see it, Buster? Okay, good. So Buster can see it. That's really all that matters. So you can see Cap Haitian. Cap Haitian, we're going to be taking off at runway 5, and we're going to go to Montecristi up there. It's about, I don't know, 30 miles up as the crow flies. And so little VFR action. What we are going to do, though, we need a little bit of practice at this. We're going to, you think about it, Monte Cristo, it's got a single runway. It goes 05 and 23. Although we've heard it's closer to 06 and 24. So we'll probably dial things in at 06. But what we're going to do, there's no approaches. There's absolutely no approaches here. And so we're actually going to take a radial. We're probably going to take a 095 radial off of the Cap Haitian VOR. And we're going to take that. And it's going to put us probably around 15 miles, 10 to 15 miles southwest of Montecristi. And what we're going to do on the way there is we're going to set a magenta vector the final line down the center line for runway 5. And we're going to intercept it probably 10 miles out. And so it will just help us visually see the line and intercept that center line without seeing the airport, because guaranteed as we get closer, 15 miles, 20 miles, 10 miles, we're not even going to be able to see the airport. It's, maybe in the city or whatnot. And boy, would it be nice to have already set ourselves up on the runway center line. Again, though, no approaches, no, we just can't put into the GNS 530 an approach and then kind of piggyback on it and give us a vectors to final line to where we could just fly VFR in on that line. There is nothing like that in the GNS 530 for this particular airport and runway. So we will show you, Buster will dial it in, he'll get that line going up, and we'll intercept it. And so we'll show you how to do it. A lot of fun. But we need practice at doing that, because we're going to be going into more and more airports that don't have, they're not lighted, they don't have any beacons, they're like in the middle of nowhere. And so we want to be able to draw runway center lines, from, on the GNS 530. Help us tremendously. Again, it's just a tool. And sometimes, it really only works when the winds are right and we're going to be going straight in, right? Or, something like that. In most cases we would, if we don't have the winds or we're out in the middle of nowhere, we'll fly right over the airfield. We'll fly midfield, 1,500 feet above ground level, and then we'll figure it out, and then we'll enter in the pattern from there, right? We'll see the windsock and we'll go from there. But anyway, enough with the lecture. Did not want to lecture, just wanted to let you all know what we're trying to accomplish today. So anyway, let's go ahead and get going to Montecristi. All right, Flight plans filed with Vatsim. It is a VFR flight plan. 30 minutes en route, so we're good. I'm looking at SimAware. There's like nobody around, although San Juan is open for business. But other than that, we don't see a whole lot going on. So okay, seat adjusted and locked, belts harnessed and fastened. Good job, Buster. Good job. Yep, good job. Brakes are set. Let's just go ahead and get rid of these things here. Brakes are set. How are those circuit breakers looking, Buster? Okay, they're all in. Thank you, sir. Check. Landing gear down. Avionics are off. Cowl flaps are open. Nope. Check. They are now open. Fuel selectors on. Let's go down here. Fuel selectors are on. Okay. Carburetor heat. We want to make sure they're off. Yep, carb heat is off. Battery switch on. Let's see the 3 green. Good job. Yep, 3 green. All right, perfect. Thanks, Buster. All right, alternators on. Boom. Let's get the fin strobe on for taxiing. It's already on. Nav light. Recognition light on. Let's get the left engine going, Buster. How we doing? We got anybody out there? Before we turn on the engine, just real quick, let's take a look at weight and balance. Yes, we did gas up. We did call the fuel truck. So at Capation, we saw that the fuel was a pretty good price. I forget what it was. I had it written down. But anyway, we went ahead and fueled up. That's me. That's Buster. 50 pound. What is that in the aft packs? No, it's not a little kid. It is our life raft. Yep, we have a life raft. So we have that in the aft packs. Yep, Station 5, 70 pounds. The going joke is that is all of Buster's food. All right, what do you want, Buster, huh? All right, so weight and balance is good. Let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling here. Let's get our left mags on. We have our mixture rich props up. They're high. We're going to go open a 1/2 inch. Get the fuel pump on. How many? 2? Okay. 2 pumps. 1, 2. Clear prop. You want to help? Good job, Buster. That's Buster's clear prop. Alright, Buster. Dial me back. Okay, we are in the green on oil pressure. Fuel pump is now off. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the right engine. Let me leave this open for our run. Oh, get that back on there. All right, let's go ahead and we'll leave these open for the run up. Let's close this up, Buster. I mean, no one can hear us anymore, right? I mean, if we clear prop, they can't really hear us. So we're all looking pretty good out there. All right, let's go get the mags on. Let's go ahead and mixture rich, prop high. Let's go open a 1/2. Fuel pump on. Let's, Buster said 2 pumps. Clear prop. There we go. Alright, we are in the green. Fuel pump on oil pressure, fuel pump is off. Got good fuel pressure on both. We are parallel on the amps. So we have a good right engine start, good left engine start. Bam. Let's go ahead and get us set up here with the radios. While we're on it, pitot heat. Let me go ahead and get our, while we're waiting for that to pull up, let's get trim going. Get a little takeoff trim. There we go. Make life a little easier on us. 1200. We are VFR. We're all dialed in. Cap Haitian's going to be 113.9er. And like I said, we're going to go, we're going to take a radial 095. 095 will probably put us in at 10 miles to the south of Montecristi. Pretty simple here, pretty simple stuff. Let's go ahead and get our radios going while the GPS is still trying to find its way. Push. Roll. Let's get looking. Mitch. Roll. Mike, Delta, Mike Charlie? Oh man. Okay, when that happens. Push. Roll. Mike. Delta, Mike, Charlie, Montecristi. Okay, that about does that. Push. So, let's do something here. Let's change the waypoint here. Let's go ahead and just check out. Let's check this out. So here we go, right? 0523. So this is what the database has. Almost 3,900 feet. Pretty nice size. 62 feet wide. But no approach. See, no approach. Nothing. Arrival. Nothing. I mean, this is nothing, right? And so, Unicom 122.7. So yeah. Gee, thanks. And so that's it. Alrighty. So let's go. Menu. Alright, let's get rolling here. No sense burning fuel. Let's go ahead and put her over here, Buster, and we'll do our run up. Won't have to go very far. Let's get our. So, by the way, Montecristi is going to be, I think, about 150 feet that we saw, right? Did it say elevation? Gee whiz, I was just there. Interesting. Does it give us elevation? Yep, 115 feet. So we'll just call it 100. Approach, VFR. There we go. Alright, let's get over there and do our run up. Brake off. I don't have to go very far, Buster. Let's give us enough room for them to pass. right? There's the windsock, right? Parking brake set. Alright. Here's what we're going to do, Buster. Yeah, it's 32 miles away. Here's what we're going to do, Buster. Dial me in at 1500. Alright, here we go. We got a mixer rich. Fuel selectors are on. Cow flaps are open. Prop is high. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and give us a feather. Okay, good. Right engine feather. Good. Let's get 2,000. Exercise and Buster. Try not to go below 300 on it. One more set. Get that nice, warm, fresh oil into those props. Okay, let's do a governor check. Let's dial it back to 18. Okay, let's advance the throttle. We should see the RPM increase and then decrease. Back to 18. Let's see, the RPM decreases right back to 18. Sweet. Good governor check. Let's put high. Sure, we're back to 2,000. Let's finish up with our mags. Left engine, left mag. Very small drop. Right mag, left engine. Small drop. So we don't want to see, we don't want to see more than 100 on a drop and no more than a differential of 50 between each. But the max will be 175 drop. Good, let's cover these bad boys up. Right engine, right mag. Good. Left mag. Small drop. Good. All good. Mags check out. Carb heat just for fun. Carenado, get with it. Shows a little bit of something on the carb heat Carenado. Not yet. Maybe one day we'll get an update, Buster. Yeah. I'm not complaining though. Love the airplane for sure. Alright. Section gauge. Can't confirm it. Gotta assume it's in the green. All the engine instruments are in the green. You're good. Dial me back to 1,000, Buster. We're getting pretty hot. Flight instruments while it's coming down. Flight instrument, or excuse me, flight controls. Oops. Full left, neutral, full right, neutral, down, neutral, neutral, all set. Okay, radios are set, doors and windows are locked, bam, 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 good job, we are locked, parking brake is off. Check. Let's roll them. I'm going to back taxi for midfield departure. 125. Let's get our landing light on. Let's go ahead and get our strobe clicking. Cap-Haitian traffic, Seminole 806 Alpha Mike is back taxiing runway 5 for midfield departure to the northeast. Cap-Haitian. Let's go ahead and get us out. Let's dial out. Here. Alright, so we know where we want to intercept. go ahead and get the takeoff checklist. So seatbelts are fastened, fuel selectors are both on, check. Trim is set, yes, check. Flaps are set, we have no flaps. Mixture set, rich. Props high, yes, check. Fuel pumps are on, no. Fuel pumps are now on. Let's go ahead and do our turn right here. It's about midfield. Okay, engine temps were good. Oh, wait, takeoff briefing. Oh, takeoff briefing. Oh, Buster, should have done our takeoff briefing on our taxi. Okay, we're gonna go full throttle. If any loss of power prior to 75 knots, we're gonna power down, full brakes. As soon as we get 75 though, we're gonna rotate, and as soon as we get positive rate, we will raise the landing gear because there's no room to put it back down. If we do lose it, engine or lose power, we're going to make left-hand traffic. Actually, we're going to make right-hand. No, yeah, we're going to make left. We're going to make left-hand traffic and bring it on back. Otherwise, climbing out at blue line at 90. As soon as we get to 1,000, we're going to do 25 and 25 on manifold and RPM, and reduce our. We're going to pitch for 105. On the climb out, we're going at 3,500. Any questions, Buster? Good. Here we go. We are set. Cap Asian traffic, Seminole 6 Alpha Mike departing runway 5 to the northeast. Cap Asian. Right aileron in here. We're at 60, 70, and rotate. We are up. Climb out at blue line. Positive rate, gear up. Sure, out nice. A little too much, but not too bad. So of course we're getting message the heck out of it. But anyway, all right, let's do. Let's go ahead and dial back to 25. Do the throttle first. Keep that nice. Do blue line. 25, 25, and let's lower that nose to try to get us to 105. Okay, after takeoff, checklist gear is up. Check. Just trim this thing out a little better. Fight with the trim. Okay, fuel pumps are off. Check. Landing light. We're gonna leave our landing light on since we are, since we're gonna be hugging the coast here. So landing lights are gonna be on. 105, we're good. 25 and 25 on the props and manifold pressure, and on the RPM. Fuel pumps are off. Check. Mixture is set. Check. Engine temp. Check. Cowls are still open. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put in a turn to 120. I'm going to actually flip on the autopilot. And we're going to dial in our heading to 120. And we're going to intercept the backup VOR on the 095 radial. So I'm going to hit the heading button. We have our bug set to 120. That is the 500-foot warning from Buster. Thank you, Buster. 086. Obviously that, I mean, it wants us to go direct to the airport. And there we are. You can see the CDI, right? I mean, it's, and you can kind of see it here. Let's go ahead and pinch our altitude at 3,500. All right, let's go ahead and do the cruise checklist. Power is set, so we're going to keep 25, 25. Actually, you know what? Let's dial back to 23 and 23. We're at 3,500, so let's just do a little bit of a, you can see mixture. Drop. And interesting, there's the drop. Boom, right there. Do a little mixture right here. Okay, good. All right, here we go. All right, so power's trim, mixture good. Engine temp, cowl flap closed. Let's go ahead and close up the cowl flaps. They are closed. Check. Landing light off. We're going to leave it on, just considering where we are. So it looks like if we wanted to fly directly to, that's our line. So anyway, here's the deal. Let's go ahead and cancel this out. So here's the deal. So for those of you who've joined us and they want to see, Buster actually dial us in to the runway center line, kind of give us a sneak peek. All you got to do is pretty simple, guys. Buster's going to press this OBS button, and he's going to go and swing us around. And so what's interesting about this, here is Montecristi right here, and now here is our vector to final line that's being drawn into like almost infinity, right? And it gives us a great picture, because as we approach basically the extended center line, we're going to see the needle come on in. And it's going to even help us. You'll start to see as we go down the line, wind's going to push us over, needles are going to get wonky, and we'll go ahead and correct. So yeah, and what really helps us here though is our backup VOR, because now you can see we're coming into the radial, and we're going to go ahead and start slowly changing our heading to 095. But let's go ahead and just take a zoom of that. See, look at that. Ah, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Good job. Way to go, Buster. Pretty simple, right, guys? So it's a pretty easy way to draw. And again, look, there's no runway lights. There's no, I mean, I can't see the runway. I'm not going to be able to see the runway. There's no instrument approach, so we just can't go. Oh, let me just pay attention here. Let's go ahead and dial in 095. So look, right? We go proc. Let's do approach. Enter. There's none. Can't do it. Can't do vectors to final. Can't activate vectors to final to give us the extended line. So there it is. And so, and you can see us, we're going to intercept probably right around here. It's probably around the 10-mile mark that we're going to intercept. So we're 20 miles away right now. And so all good. This will allow us to be able to, particularly when we can't see it, there's a city in there and there's a bunch of things going in. You can see it's just going to be very difficult to see. We know the winds are pretty much coming out of 06, 07, 070, and so we're going to definitely do a straight in approach. So this is going to help us tremendously. So anyway, very much appreciate you guys. You know, if you wanted to just check this out, this portion of the video, that's great. If you want to go ahead and see the rest of the flight, go ahead and stay with us, or go to a, please feel free to go to the other video that shows the flight in its entire duration. But anyhow, Buster and I bid you adieu. Okay. Those are for the folks, guys, that wanted to just jump off and just see that, how to dial up the vectors. But if you want to, if you stayed with us for the whole flight, thank you. Buster's happy about it. Yeah, so you can see here, we're 17 miles away. So we're probably going to want to be 10 miles out, probably going to be at, want to be at 2,000 feet. And then 5 miles out, actually, you know what? 10 miles out will be at 2,500. 5 miles out will be at 1,600 because we're, say, at 100 feet. So we want to be, 5 miles out, 1,500 feet above ground. That's about what we would expect on an instrument approach. So let's go ahead and begin our descent down to 2,500 feet. And let's do a nice little gradual 500. So basically 500 foot per minute descent. So we'll be down there in 2 minutes, which will be right around the time that we're going to intercept. 2 minutes will put us at 4 minutes and 4.5 minutes to go. So let's dial back the power. 17. Let's go ahead now and just rich us up. Let's go ahead and advance our props. Make sure the cow flaps are closed. They are indeed closed. Let's lower the carb heat. So we now have put the carb heat on. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Oh, wrong way. You can see where we're at. Might actually be cutting it a little close here. You know what? Bit over here. Alright, that checklist is complete. There a little quicker than I thought. Thanks, Buster. Thanks for the warning. 2,500 feet. And we'll go down to 1,600. Probably when we get to around, well, to get to 1,600, it's going to take us 2 more minutes. Maybe a minute and a half. So probably around the 8-mile mark. So remember, we're gonna actually, I mean, could we do the nav right now and and let it pull us in? It's all good. Or you can just fly it in on the heading. See the needle coming in. Just follow it. I mean, you could always fly the nav too. And see, look. The nav don't mess around, man. I mean, the nav does not mess around. The nav's just like, here, give me control of that airplane. Get those needles right. The nav does not soft pedal into the needles for sure. All right, so you know, I mean, you could do heading as well, right? But we're now doing nav, and we're like, here we are. We're pretty well lined up with the center line. All right, 8 miles out. I would gather to say that's it right there. What do you think, Buster? Okay. Can't quite tell though, right? There's a lot of roads around and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and begin our descent to 1,600 feet. At 1,600 feet, we want to be there probably around 4.5 miles. So we've got about 3 miles to go to get our descent in. Let me pull back the power to 17. Of course, my throttles don't like sticking at 17 for some reason. I got a D10 for the A310 and the A320. It's just, yeah. We could drop it back a little bit more. Okay, before landing checklist, seatbelts are on, fuel selectors are on, mixtures are rich, fuel pumps on, props high. Okay, once we get to 4 miles, we'll do landing gear before landing checklist. Basically don'ts. That warning horn is just the fact that we don't have our landing gear down. So it's just a normal thing. So what's interesting here is that you can tell we're getting blown. I mean, we're basically flying 070 and we're taking a track at 060, so kind of interesting. All right, we're at 1,600. I'm going to continue the decline, or the descent. Let's go gear down. Fuel pumps on. Our selectors are both on. Rich, high, where we want on the throttle. It's good. Let's back it off. Eats signs. Yep, landing lights are good. Dialing in 700 foot per minute. Let's go ahead and get some flaps in now that we are in the green on the flaps. 1,100 feet, we're 1,000 above, 2.5 miles out. Let's go ahead and put in 25 degrees of flaps. Lovely, Buster. Lovely. I think it's a little too quick of a descent now, Buster. Let's go ahead and just get 500 in here. We want to get blue lined, right? So we're getting close. Come on, throttles. All right, 600 feet will be when I take it. Let's go get him, Buster. Alright, 600 feet, my aircraft. We are fully configured. 500 feet, gear is down, confirmed, 400 feet AGL. Pitch, power. Pitch, 490, big fella. Look at that house. I'm sorry, but I couldn't live there. Low flying, but man, I'm not sure about that. Nice runway. Looks like it's got a little bit of an upslope to it. Power is off. We are good, Buster. Got my right roll aileron in here with the left rudder keeping us on the center line. Sweet. Flaps are up. Let's get the cow flaps up. Or open, sorry. Cow flaps open. Carb heat is off. Let's turn the fuel pumps off. Got pretty lazy there on the radios, guys. I know I never did, I got to talking. I never did position report. Shame on me. That's, I guess, the problem of having Vatsim open and seeing SimAware and no one being within 1,000 miles of you. So normally we would do all the position checks, but and just for fun we'll do this one right here. Montecristi traffic. Seminole 806 Alpha Mike is taxiing back on runway 5 to the terminal. Montecristi traffic. How's that, guys? Huh? Absolutely nobody heard it, except if they were flying in observer mode, right? So, you know, maybe that's the case. But anyway, we were just focused, right, Buster, on showing everybody the magenta line extending from runway 5. We're so excited about that. But anyway, that was a blast. Let's go ahead and clean up here. After landing, we got our flaps, we got our landing light. We're gonna leave our landing light on. All good here. Gonna lean for taxi. Ooh, stay on the line. Cow flaps are open. Yep, trim set for takeoff. Set that trim for takeoff down here. Yep. Let's slow down here a little bit. Let's go. It doesn't look like this is a fuel spot. Maybe the next one's the fuel spot. Yep, about 115. All good. Not bad considering we didn't have a altimeter reading to use. Montecristi traffic. Seminole 6 Alpha Mike has vacated runway 5. Taxiing a ramp. There it is. Yep. Not sure if we need to, like, if we want to get gas, like, go into the grass to fuel up. Guess so. Parking brake on. Radios off. Let's go ahead. We are all off here. Pitot heat is off. Let's go ahead and get this going. Get everything off here. Perfect. Perfect. We're good. Shut down. Okay, parking brake, avionics off. Prop high, throttles are cut. We are cut. Everything's cut. Magnetos off. Let's get the mags off. Bang, 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 bang. Battery switch off. Alternators off. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Buster. Yes, sir. That's how we do that. All right, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Glad you joined us. Thanks for putting up with us going through the vector to final magenta line and kind of geeking out and showing you guys kind of how we're practicing that and getting ready for some other VFR flights where we'll need that magenta line coming off the center line when there is no instrument approaches that we could piggyback off of. So appreciate you hanging around with us on this short flight to Montecristi. We'll be taking off here and going to Cabo Rojo, which will be in the it's at the extreme, right? We're at the far north of Dominican Republic. We're going to go directly south to the bottom. Beautiful mountains that we're going to be flying over. Actually, we're going to transition over Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and then fly over some more mountains in Haiti, and then come into Cabo Rojo. Cabo Rojo, again, has no instrument approaches. It's not lit, no beacon, nada. So that is all good. That's why we practice this today. So that will give us some hopefully some help and some guidance on our landing as we go into Cabo Rojo. All right, guys, that's Buster telling me to shut up. You guys have a good day.